Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Kiyosims here, and today I am bringing you a very special video. This is the final version, version 3 of my base game save. So in the first version, I released Newcrest. In the second version, I released both Newcrest and Oasis Springs. And in my final version, I am finally happy to be releasing the entire base game, Oasis Springs, Willow Creek, and Newcrest. Today is just going to be a brief overview of, well, I'm going to try to keep it brief, but it's going to be an overview of the three worlds. We're going to focus mainly on Willow Creek because since I've already released Oasis Springs and Oasis Springs and Newcrest, I kind of don't need to go over that too much in depth, but let's go ahead and get into it because it might be a lengthy video. So as you can see, this is our Willow Creek world. This world I'm the least happy with. I did not know what to do with it, which is why it took me so long. I was working on it kind of around the time when the freelance careers came out, and so I really wanted to focus on that, sort of like just parents who work from home, but they needed a place like a hub to go and get work done and meet new people, because when you're freelancing and you work from home, you need ways to meet people. That was the focus that I wanted to go with it, but it just wasn't working for me. I've tried several different builds, and I do have a couple up on the gallery, but I couldn't force myself to come up with an entire world kind of focused around that. So I kept my general idea of just family focus because I'm a family game player. I know there's a lot of family game players, legacy players, and things of that nature. So I decided to just kind of stick with that. So we up here, I will introduce the families first. We'll start with the Godwin family. So I like this family. They're very sketch. And it actually, I think I put that. It just says the Godwin family is a sketchy group of people. The dad is a CEO of his father's company. Mom appears to be somewhat of a gold digger to everyone except her husband. Haley thinks life is a movie and she is the star. And poor Dalton probably needs to see someone about his up today and down tomorrow emotions. But until he does, his art is his outlet. Oh, and did we mention their house appears to be nothing more than a front? So the quirky thing about that, their house is there, but there's nothing inside, like literally nothing. It's like, do you guys really live here? There's nothing there. I kind of left that open to you guys to furnish. To be perfectly honest, I was lazy, but I had to come up with a cute way to like fix that whole scenario. I just didn't feel like furnishing their house. I couldn't pinpoint a style for them or anything. So I figured I'd let you guys do that. I know I have some people who really love to furnish, so that's for you if you want. Then we have the Chastain family. I don't remember if I actually gave them. Okay, I did. So it says, members of the highly esteemed Willow Creek Country Club, it seems that both Stuart and Alexandria are always making time for something. However, lately, they can't seem to find time for each other, and that could spell trouble since Stuart craves love and affection. Can this married couple remain strong in their union, or will one fall to the lure of temptation? So yeah, love them. Then we have the Warners, and it just says, meet the Warners, a semi-close-knit family who keeps to themselves. Jim is a freelance programmer. Bridget is a pastry chef who's both excited and anxious about being a mom for the second time around. And Bryce is just a nice guy who enjoys sports and movies but is often misunderstood. So yes, the mother, Bridget, is pregnant. If you go into game, you'll see she's pregnant. She is in her first trimester, but she's expecting. Then we have the Hahn family. So it just says the Hahns are desperately trying to be involved in their kids' lives. The little one doesn't seem to mind, but their rebellious daughter Taylor is doing everything she can to keep her distance. And you can see that from the photo. That's actually what inspired the story, but that is them. I do want to mention this family home foreclosure. For a while, there was a popular thing with like foreclosed homes and things like that. I'm imagining that this is a foreclosed home. So again, this is another empty one. If you start with a family, maybe like a generations type family perhaps, maybe you'll have enough money to start. I didn't actually test that, but you can move them in there, or it's just an easy one to move into once you've kind of started from the bottom and worked your way up. It's just an easy access to buy, and then you can furnish it yourself, bring whatever furnishings you have from the old house over or whatever. We also have a small neighborhood park. I did leave this lot empty because I do have some people who like to build, and I said I would leave you guys an empty one. I actually took a poll and you guys said you wanted one, so there it is. I also took a poll, and in my Oasis Springs release, I released a home or like a challenge type lot, and you guys seem to really like that, and you wanted another one in Willow Creek, so I gave you one. This time we went with the 100 baby challenge, so you have a base game 100 baby starter. I have also uploaded that on the gallery, and it is doing really well. So it's a cute house. You guys can refurnish it if you want, but there you go, gave you guys that. Then we have a small little neighborhood park here. We also have the Willow Wedding Chapel. It's just a place where you could go and have your weddings. I didn't want to make it a generic lot because I think you can't actually select those from the menu when you plan the wedding. So it's a lounge, but you guys can change the lot type to whatever you want it to be, but we will go into that so you can see that. Then we have the Pierce family here. It just says, Erica Pierce is a well put together sim, and she likes things in her life to be in order. With it being several years since her last relationship, she's finally ready to start dating again, but can she balance a new job and a new relationship? Only time will tell. So that's Erica. Then we have my favorite family. I just made them the other day, but they are who I've been playing with, and to kind of test the world out and everything, and probably who we'll use for the overview. But this is the Vasquez family. It just says, the Vasquez family put all of their money into buying this house. It may be modestly furnished, but to be frank, they're just happy to finally be homeowners. Check that off the adulting checklist. They're super cute, super quirky. I love them. We do have a couple starters you can move into. We have the Sunnyside single. It is a one bedroom though, so make sure you just have your one sim. I mean, I guess you could have another one and just kind of tweak it. And then we have the new Daisy Hovel, which is kind of more of a starter family. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And then of course the 100 baby starter over there. So on to more of the community lots and such. This one's one of my favorites. It's the Fun with Science lot, and we'll definitely go into that. We can go into that now. Okay guys, so here we are. It's basically just a museum, but it is focused around kids and tweens, I guess you could say. When you go in, there's just kind of little obviously there's the space, everything is space related, space themed, all the little space photos. We've put in some of these geodes or whatever you'd call them, space rocks, whatever. So there's little rooms for that. Let's just go like this. Was trying to put the walls up so you could kind of get an idea, but it's kind of interfering with the recording, so we'll get rid of that. And then they can also have space themed parties over here. So we've got the rocket ship, jungle gym. I imagine you could sit the cake over here. I think you could sit it on on a regular table, and then the kids can sit here. Maybe you could do like some grilled foods or order some pizzas and let them eat there. I'm sorry, I'm getting some really bad lag. I put reshade in my game, and I thought just turning it off would work, but I may have to uninstall it to finish showing you guys this. But anyways, when you come downstairs, it's kind of more dinosaur related and fossils and stuff like that. And then there's a little small a room for kids after school. Maybe this is where they come and they can play and read books and stuff. And then I think I'm trying to turn very slowly. Um, we have the bathrooms. So, like I was saying, I put reshade in and it's not on. I turned it off because I was getting this lag, but I think turning it off in the game is not enough. I think I have to like uninstall it because recording, it just doesn't work. Playing, it's fine for me, but like recording, no. So when you come up here, they can get on the microscope or use it. There's some video game stuff up here. There's computers they can get on, science tables. They can collect elements and put those in the chart in the little element table thing. Then there's just some seating out here. And over here is the observatory, so they can kind of look at the stars and like constellations and things. There's a little food thingy here for you to make some food or a bar for drinks, and then there's gardening and stuff. So I think kids can tend to gardens. I'm not sure. I think they can do some things with it, but yeah. And if you just want to come and do some grilling and stuff and just have a picnic, you can also do that here. So we'll go ahead and go back into the map view. Okay, so then we have the community pool. I think the way I'm going to go about this, you guys, I wanted to showcase some of the lots that I really liked or some of the community lots, but I think we're just going to go over the families and I'll tell you what's in the world, and if you want to give it a closer look, you can download it and check it out yourself. I hate to do it that way. I might post pictures on my Tumblr for you guys to go and kind of look there and get a preview, but I'm struggling with this reshade thing. I thought it was going to work. I didn't take into consideration the recording running and reshade running. Yeah, so we have a community pool there. It's listed as a park because I didn't put any showers, but it does have a pavilion. It's got a big pool. There's a jungle gym there. There's chess tables. There's some gardening stuff there, and there are the monkey bars there. Then we have the Willow Country Club. It's basically a pool there. There's a gym there, and then you can turn it into a restaurant. So basically with my base game save, I wanted it to kind of be playable for base game people, but I also wanted you to be able to packs as you went along. So I set them up as what they could potentially be. So the country club is meant to be a restaurant, but we don't have that in base game. So all you would need to do is go in, put in, you can change the kitchen's appliances with the chef thingy, the chef station, and then you could put in your host station and your waiter station and you're good to go. We also have the Willow Creek Cemetery. I just felt like that would be here, so it's just a place to go and mourn your loved ones. Maybe you can place their graves there. I haven't tested that, but it is there. I thought it would be great for storytelling purposes. And that's it for Willow Creek. So let's go ahead and go over to Oasis Springs to reshade just for the overview of the map and all that. So yes, if you play with reshade, you could see how good it would look, but if you don't, it still looks fine. So here we have the Ortiz family. I'll briefly go over the families for you guys. It says Emmanuel Ortiz just signed a contract to be a minor league player. Still not making much money. He and his family certainly aren't the wealthiest family in town, but they are rich in love. The boys may look alike, but couldn't be more different. We're going to call him Maurice. Takes after his father's love of sports, and Declan has recently taken up a love for all things nerd brain. You can usually find him at the Space Museum or playing chess with the elders in the park. So here we do have a Science and Space Museum. And then over here at Boulderfield Park, there are chess tables, there's boat races, there's a couple hot dog stands, there's an observatory, there's a little hedge maze, all the regular stuff, and then some gardening stuff there. We also have the Pirate Cove pool over here. We have the Silver Fox tenant, so it's just a kind of a retirement home, and I put these four um, elders here. They each have an apartment, and there are on-site facilities, so I think there's a little cafe and an art room for them to do painting and stuff like that. There's a little library. It's nice. Then we have the Springs Vineyard. So it is set as a generic lot, but you can always change it. But this is your wedding venue for Oasis Springs. It's just a little wine vineyard where you can get married. We also have, this is the Carmela Murillo family. This is our Black Widow. So this is the Black Widow challenge. I didn't make her a house. I figured you guys could make the house for her. Or you could just go ahead and start, doing your hunting and move in with your husband. It's up to you. Then we have the Carmona family. It just says, Chelsea finally found Mr. Right and now they're ready to start a family. After much discussion with her husband, they have finally decided to adopt. Chelsea's even gone as far as painting the kids' rooms upstairs. So in my gameplay, they got ready to adopt a family, a little girl, and she fell in love with another child. So there are two rooms that she has painted. They have decided to adopt two kids, not just one. It could be whatever you want to do in your game, but in my gameplay, I just thought that was kind of quirky. Then we have the Harris family. It just says, the Harris kids are excited about this summer. The family's going on vacation. The only condition, the girls need to keep an A in school. So I liked that because if you have Sulani, you can take the kids there, or if you have Granite Falls, maybe they could go to summer camp, but they need to keep their grades up. So it gives you a little bit of a storyline. Then we have the Williamson gentleman here. It just says the biggest quote unquote actor in Oasis Springs. Cruz Williamson will have to change that last name once you make it to Del Sol Valley. Right now he's simply taking classes, but he's still a real actor. So he wants to be an actor. If you have the Get Famous pack, you can make him be an actor, but until then, I believe he's in the entertainment career. But it would be great to see him kind of navigate over to Del Sol Valley and pursue his career there. So maybe he works his way up here and then he finally lands a big part and he can go over to Del Sol. Who knows? Then we have the creatives. So it just says, meet the Smiths. Each member brings their own idea of creativity to the family, and that's how they make their living. Josiah traded in his computer programming degree for a guitar, and his daughter is following in his footsteps, hoping to make it big one day in the city. His wife, well, she hopes to make it big one day in the city. His wife, Jasmine, loves crafting furniture and dreams of owning her own furniture store one day. And what about little Jalen? Well, he loves to draw and tell stories. So again, leaving the option open for you to, if you have Get to Work, make her a furniture store, and the daughter could potentially go to San Myshuno if you have the City Living pack. So yeah. Who else am I forgetting? Okay, then we have the Sands Motel tenants. So that is a motel and they do live there. It just says Lewis is doing whatever it takes to make ends meet, and that includes stealing. Sierra loves her family and is trying to stick things out, but as she watches her daughter grow, she realizes that she and her daughter deserve more than just a room in an old motel. Can she convince Lewis to change his ways and utilize his talents in a good way, or will she have to do as they say and let the one she loves go, possibly to never return again? So, very interesting storyline. He is currently in the criminal career. He does still, and they have very little money, so they're living in this motel. And she may end up leaving him. She may stick with him, but she may end up leaving him, which would be great because we have this cute little brown stand starter here, so you could immediately move her out, or you could try to play them, but there's an option. For the community lots, we have the Oasis Art Center. It's kind of bare, but I left that so that you could potentially sell your own art there or have your own art exhibits there, but it does have artwork for you to go and view. It's just there's some empty spaces for you to set up an art exhibit if you wanted to. Then we have the Solar Arcade. It's listed as a bar, but it could still be a bar, but you could add some more of the actual arcade machines and such if you have get together in there, but it's a cute little family destination. Then we have the Cardio Club Fitness, which is a gym, and we have the Improv Comedy Club, listed as a lounge, but you could turn it into a bar or a restaurant, whatever you want. We won't go into them because, as I said, I'm having issues. But let's go ahead and jump over to our final world list. And this was showcased in my Girl Story LP, which was my self sim series, but we will briefly go over it here. So we have Tegan and Zachary. She's our single mother. And it just says Tegan and her son Zachary have just settled into their new home. She moved here to escape city life and poor school systems, but with Newcrest being a town populated mostly by families, will she be able to find that true love she's been hoping for? So their house is really small and cute. Then we have A Grandmother's Love. It says, after their parents died in a car accident, Anna set up a small room in her house to raise her two grandsons. It may be tight quarters, but the boys appreciate their grandmother, and she herself wouldn't have it any other way. So I just thought that was nice too, because we do have people who would like to play with elders, and elders don't get a lot of love. So that's just a grandmother trying to raise her two grandsons right, and I can appreciate, respect, and just adore that about her. Then we have the Lunds family. It says 2 years ago, Bradley lost his wife when she suddenly fell ill. Not long after, he understandably fell into a depression. He decided to move his mother in with him and the girls in an effort to keep that motherly figure in their lives. Co-workers think he should get back out there and start dating, but his mother is set on being the woman of the house. Can he break free of his emotional chains and find himself again, or will he forever be a recluse? Not if his daughter Cassie has any say. Again, really nice story. His daughter Cassie is dead set on trying to get her dad back into the dating game and find a new love. She doesn't want to see him alone for the rest of his life, and so that's her mission, but it's mom's mission to keep him from dating at all. She feels like he needs to just focus on himself and the girls. We also have the St. John family. It just says not much is known about the St. John family. Connor is in accounting and Jordan is a stylist. They both want the best for their family, but Connor may be taking things a bit too far. I do love that because he's kind of into some shady things. He could be crossing over and working with some of the people from some of the other worlds. Who knows? But his wife isn't sure what's going on. So there's a little bit of mystery to that. Excuse me. Then we have the Lucero family. It just says, at first glance, it's easy to assume they're stuck up, but the Lucero family loves making friends and hosting great parties. So I love the twins. They're super cute, but they're very different. They each have their own likes and dislikes, and they do love to host backyard barbecues and stuff like that. And then we have the Zondi family, or the Zondi. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. It says Kyle's job has brought him and his family to Newcrest. Their son, Michael, loves it because there are so many children for him to make friends with at school, but Tiffany is having trouble adapting. She misses the city and feels like her life is over. Truth be told, life goes on for the living. Can she redirect her negative outlook and create a new life with new friends? Her mother thinks so. I like them because she could definitely be friends with the other girl from Oasis Springs who also dreams of going to the city. If they become friends, who knows? They might decide to move to San Myshuno together and room together. Who knows? But I like this family because they are an interracial family. I think I have a couple others, but I'm not sure. But they are black and Chinese, or African American and Chinese, and I just adore them. They were my favorite family too for a while, but I would either play them or the Vasquez family because they're my favorites. That's all the families. As far as the community lots, we have the community square, which is a very small park, just kind of like for you to go and sit and have a chat. Then we have a nightclub, and there's also a gym there. I forgot to put showers in the gym lot, so if you get it, you can kind of convert the upstairs and put some showers there, or you could just go home and take a shower. I mean, that's what I do. Then we have the Roomies family. I forgot about that. So they live in these three townhouses. I put them in one townhouse together so you could add some more singles because back then it was just Newcrest and you needed more singles. But anyways, it says there's a small little area in the town of Newcrest where the Sims without children live. They're here because they eventually want families of their own, but for now they're just trying to establish themselves and enjoy themselves while they do it. Meet the roomies. So you can either put them each in a townhouse or you can leave them in the townhouse I've put them in and add some more Sims to the other two townhouses. It's up to you. It would just add some more Sims for your single Sims to meet or, whatever. Then you have Yellow Jack's Bar and Grill. So it's a bar, but it's intended to be a restaurant. So if you have the dine out pack, you can easily convert it to a restaurant. But if not, it makes a really cute bar as well. There's some cute outdoor seating and all of that. Then we have Total Fitness Gym. We've got the Newcrest Family Library. We've got a Starbucks. And we've got a Newcrest Public Pool. So that is the entire world. And we do have Newcrest Family Park. I forgot about that. But that's the entire world. That's the entire save file. Again, I may post pictures on my Tumblr for you guys of some of my favorite community lots and you can check it out. But if any of these families spoke to you or if you're just a supporter of me and you've been looking for something base game or just something new, I really hope that you guys will download it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, let me know. If you didn't, then I'm sorry. But if you did, please leave a like, leave a sweet comment, letting me know which family was your favorite and if you plan on downloading it or not. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe if you like. If you and yeah, I'm babbling now. But anyways, let me go ahead and go. I'm sure this video is long enough. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really excited. I'm really proud of it. I can't wait to play it myself. I already have quite a few series running on the channel, but I may do a base game because this save is really it's got what you need. It's got what I want. It's got what I like. It's got the ability to tell stories. It's got gameplay. It's got great families with great storylines. So you might see something. Let me know if you guys want to see an LP. But anyway, let me go ahead and go. I've already done my outro. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.